Hello and welcome to Arts 24. Today's guest is an artist who's been referred to here in France as the choreographer of the stars. Marion Motin has worked with Dua Lipa, Stromae, and Christine and the Queens. She's also danced for Madonna. Her latest piece, The Last Call, is a personal one about losing a star in her own life, her father. It's currently being performed at the historic Palais Garnier here in Paris, and we're excited to have Marion Motin in the studio to tell us more. Marion Motin, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
The Palais Garnier is sort of France's temple of opera and classical dance. What does it mean to you to have one of your pieces being performed here?
It's really like a recognition because it's a very important place in dance, even if it's not my culture, because I don't come from the ballet, but it's so important in a career.
And you've said that you see dance as really a tool for telling stories. The Last Call is about the death of your father. How does it tell that story? What aspects of that loss did you want to convey in this piece?
It's it's about a journey of grief, and it's about the emotion we go through after that. And I didn't want to do something more personal, but in life, it's life. We lose people, there is death, and I think everybody can connect to this feeling because it's really something that everybody will go through in their life. So it's about all the emotion we go through just after losing someone.
Okay, well, let's take a look at that. This is an excerpt from the show, The Last Call. Now, the music in this piece was done by Mika Luna and the costumes by Arthur Avellano. They feel a bit out of the 1980s. I see lots of latex. Can you talk about your aesthetic vision?
I'm a child of the 80s, so I think I have a lot of inspiration from the movies of my generation, the music, the movies, and there's a bit of Blade Runner, a bit of Mad Max, a bit of David Lynch for me because it's all my inspiration. And I don't know, latex was just so cool. I love what Avellano does, and it's very powerful and very graphic and very strong. And for me, it was perfect for the piece.
And what mood does the piece have overall? Does it feel kind of mournful? Does it feel empowering? I mean, it is about death, but kind of how would you describe the mood?
For me, and it's very personal, but I need to leave something positive to people who watch the show. And I want them just to have the envy to enjoy life and to want to dance. So it's just about okay, everything we go through, sometimes it's very hard, but at the end we just need to make the choice to keep going and to enjoy. So yeah, it's something about energy, living energy.
And The Last Call is being performed alongside other pieces, one from Chinese choreographer Xixin and another from Canadian Crystal Pite. Now, all three of you are women in a discipline that does remain dominated by men, at least when it comes to classical dance. Less than 1/3 of the world's leading classical dance companies are directed by women. Would you say that there's still a lot of work to do when it comes to gender parity in choreography?
I don't really realize that because I'm a woman and I just do what I have to do. So this is a question that I never ask to myself, but because I have that feeling and that I don't questioning myself about it. I want to do that, so I do that. And but we can see like there's not a lot of women choreographer. So I guess there is still work to do. But I think we don't even have to think about it. We just have to do what we have to do.
And you did have some classic dance training, but as you said, you're not really from the world of ballet. It was hip hop that really gave you your awakening. You toured with Madonna in 2012, and then you went on to create your own all-female dance company, Les Swagger. What was it about hip hop and pop that really spoke to you more than ballet?
In hip hop, you have that freedom to be who you are, really. And when I was in ballet, when I was young, I was a little bit too fat, and I was enjoying the rhythm of James Brown, and I was not really. I didn't fit. And in hip hop, I just meet that big space of freedom, and so you have to develop and to create your own personality and to embrace it, because that's what is hip hop. It's about I'm the best because I'm me and you're not me. So everybody have to develop their own personality, and it's very powerful to do that.
Yeah, it's not about conforming, it's really empowering.
Not at all, it's, empowerment.
And another of your recent pieces is also being performed in Paris this fall. It's called Le Grand Saut, or The Big Fool in English. You created it in 2021. It's about a swimming competition that goes awry. Let's take a look at a clip. Now, you've said that you find inspiration from movement in daily life, from the way that trees move in the wind, from athletes. Is that how this piece came about?
Yeah, this piece is about the sea and the surfing movement. I was really obsessed with the surfing movement because I think they're dancing. They're like on the board, and they're having a real choreography. And I was buying, I used to buy a lot of magazine of surf and looking at the position, and it was so cool, so many good position, very cool. And I like not to see dance, I like to see human, and I like to see instinctive movement. And I was really impressed by the movement of surfing. So that's it came from here. But the subject is about leadership. So how to put leadership in the sea, but it was just a huis clos.
A closed space.
Yeah, a closed space to talk about leadership.
And you're also going to be going on tour with fashion designer Jean-Paul Gaultier this fall in his autobiographical Fashion Freak show, which you choreographed. You've worked with so many big artists. What collaborators have marked you the most?
I'm lucky to work with. I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm lucky to work with really impressive people, very inspiring, like Catherine Ringer, Jean-Paul Gaultier, etc. But I think my kind of favorite is Stromae, because he's the first one. We really have a collaboration that give me the way of my career, because both of us, we wanted to have dance, like real dance, not just backstage dancers. And so we were really okay together to defend that.
So Belgian singer Stromae is kind of your best artistic partnership. Was there anyone you had kind of a challenging time working with?
No, I mean, the Fashion Freak show was challenging, but not because of Jean-Paul Gaultier, just because of the costume, the scenography. It was so complicated because there is like costume with the big bears and a lot of restriction because of the costume, but it was so interesting too, but very challenging.
And we ask all of our guests to share the work of another artist that's inspired them recently. You're going to tell us about another choreographer.
Yeah. Marco Goke.
Yeah.
And I discovered his work not very recently. And I felt in love because I think he's really singular, and he have his own personality. and it's very, very powerful. And he's working. He always have his notebook like that to see the upper body, and he's very particular and very cool. But I think his work is very, very singular, and that's what I like about art. It's when we can see the personal thing, the personality of the creator.
Okay, well, we'll end with a look at another one of Marco Gocca's pieces called I Love You, Ghost, that's currently on tour. We'll get a look at his singularity. Marion Motin, thank you so much for sharing your singularity with us. A reminder that The Last Call is showing at the Palais Garnier through October 12th. Thanks to all of you for watching. There is more news coming up on France 24 after this.